Hi, what up? So, today I'm going to be rating some Christmas movies. I'm going to start with A Princess for Christmas. This is probably my sister's favorite Christmas movie, therefore, I've seen it a lot. I like the characters. My favorite ones are Milo and Ashton. The plot is not the most original since we've seen a lot of Christmas movies that evolve around royalty, but this one does a great job to be a little different from other movies. The characters have interesting backstories, and the movie gives us a really interesting redemption arc. 8 out of 10. Now I'm going to be talking about Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. This movie is really nostalgic and I watch it almost every Christmas. The movie has 5 stories. My favorite is the one with Goofy and his son Max because it shows you how a teenager thinks. Of course, Goofy wasn't trying to annoy Max, he was just being himself, but teenagers. I also like the story with Donald Duck and his obsession with hot cocoa. The plot for every story is good and interesting. I'd recommend watching it in Spanish because it's funnier that way. 9 out of 10. Now I'm going to talk about Santa Claus 1. The first Santa Claus movie does well in giving the big man his own backstory, but it fails to give us an interesting plot. Personally, I prefer watching the other two since I don't like this one a lot. The characters are okay for the first movie. They become better in the sequels. This movie would be a little better if they explained some details further. 5 out of 10. Santa Claus 2. This is where the movies start to be interesting. I really like the plot for this movie since it shows us that you're never too old to believe in Christmas. The romance parts are, well, questionable, but enjoyable. The characters did become more likable in this movie. I don't like the villain from the ending because it felt like it was trying to be someone from the military. 8 out of 10. Santa Claus 3. Now, this one is my favorite. I love the Jack Frost from this movie. He is funny and really interesting to watch. I like his ways to destroy Christmas. The other characters are good, but not as good as Jack Frost. The plot is really good for both characters, Jack and Santa. This will always be a Christmas movie I'll watch every year, 10 out of 10. Princess Switch 1. The first Princess Switch movie does well in creating a story that would soon get sequels. The characters do well at being interesting and relatable. The romance parts are really wholesome and I would watch it again. I am removing points for that one character that's so hateable. Also because of the old man that appears everywhere and never gets explanations. 7 out of 10. Princess Switch 2. Personally, I like this one more because of the plot. This movie introduces Fiona, and I love it because she's easily one of my favorite characters. The other characters became better. I also like how the movie deals with relationship problems. 9 out of 10. Princess Switch 3. This is my favorite out of the 3 movies. The plot is the best since it shows us more to Fiona than just a flirt. I didn't like the part where some character has to forgive someone that treated them like trash, but I did like the ending a lot. 11 out of 10. Christmas Prince 1. The first movie was an odd one. It did well to create a franchise, but it's not to my liking. The main character feels so annoying in this movie because she's constantly minding everyone's business. I don't like the plot because it's basically a reporter getting in everyone's business just to save their job. I'll be honest, when I watched this movie, I was making fun of the plot of the movie with my dad throughout the whole movie. Imagine how my sister felt. 2 out of 10. Christmas Prince 2. This is where the movies become good. The characters became better and the main character stopped being annoying. The plot is really interesting and it's chaotic, so that wins the movie some points. We even get a redemption arc. I recommend adding this movie to your list of Christmas movies to watch every year. 9 out of 10. Christmas Prince 3. Now, this is my favorite one. Out of the other two, this one has the best plot and the better version of the characters. It's really chaotic, and we all know that's good for a Christmas movie, so I'll be adding points for that. The romance scenes are really cute, and I like the parts where the main characters have fun with the penguins. I love the penguins. Such awesome characters. 11 out of 10. Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas. This is my favorite Disney Christmas movie. I like how they made a backstory for the prince. Though, I must say, cursing an 11-year-old was a horrible thing to do. I like how the romance between the main characters evolve and becomes better than in the first film. The side characters are likable and they make the plot stand out. The songs are really good and I like how Disney Plus fixed the animation. 20 out of 10. The last movie for this part will be The Holiday Calendar. I hated this movie because the main character is unlikable and the plot is boring. It got worse when the cliche of friends becoming lovers became a thing. To be honest, I'm not a fan of movies that evolve around Christmas calendars because they feel really slow. Because they always need to talk about every day of the month until Christmas. It's just so boring. 2 out of 10. So yeah, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.